Indigenous peoples and their traditional food systems have adapted and survived for thousands of years. But colonization disrupted these foodways, weakening people's connection to the land. Colonization also left a legacy of traditional knowledge and crops being undervalued. In South Africa, as in many places, Indigenous communities have faced pressure from mining, chemical agriculture, loss of natural resources, environmental damage, and climate change. In the Eastern Cape on the Wild Coast, the Amadiba region is home to the Mpondo people, who have lived there for centuries.
NginguNomathemba wakwaNtuli. Mangicabanga umphakathi ngicabanga ukuthi sibafundise ngokulima because imisebenzi yinto engekho. Yonke into noma uyosebenza uzobuya uhambe uyoyithenga. Ngiyabagqugquzela kakhulu ukuthi nabo sebengazibona sebekhuluma njengami uma bengayi emasimini. Bengazibona sebehlezi kahle kanje uma bengayi emasimini. Ayikho into engekho emasimini.
In 2024, the Amadiba Women's Fertile Fields Project brought together local women to restore traditional, sustainable foodways to enhance food sovereignty and climate resilience. This project was led by the Siyazisiza Trust in partnership with Imbo of Mpondo Women, a local organization run by young women passionate about rooting themselves in their heritage and their land. Generous funding came from the Daughters for Earth, an international fund and movement that empowers women to protect and restore our earth.
Umuntu, umhlaba, umuntu.
We started by learning about the health benefits of indigenous foods and created new recipes to attract children and youth. Many South Africans today face health issues because our diets have rapidly shifted to processed and industrial foods, which lack diversity and nutrition. Indigenous foods were once the main diet in Africa, acting as both food and medicine. Research now shows that these traditional foods are far healthier than many modern food products. Reintroducing these indigenous foods and creating fresh recipes from them can improve food security and health, especially in rural areas. Indigenous crops are also more climate resilient and, when grown naturally, can restore soil health. From here, we learned how to grow heritage crops and save seeds for the future, using intercropping and other ecological farming techniques. Elder women from the Amadiba villages shared stories of farming traditional crops, passing down their knowledge to younger generations. Seeds of indigenous grains and legumes were then distributed in time for the spring planting. We also learned how to make natural fertilizers, liquid, fermented, and vermicompost-based fertilizers, along with chicken compost system that produces a consistent supply of rich compost for larger scale applications. These cost-effective methods work well in rural areas and replace the need for the expensive and harmful chemical fertilizers. In Amadiba, this old and new knowledge spread widely. Project participants shared their learnings in village farmer forums and at a colorful local food festival. Smaller gatherings at homesteads invited neighbors to cook new recipes of indigenous food together, exchanging knowledge amidst singing and celebration.
Vukani ma-Afrika, aniboni uba kusile na. Wozani siyene emasimini, nangu Siyazisiza.
This project has empowered women to lead efforts in bringing back diverse, sustainable food practices rooted in their heritage, strengthening their roles as stewards of the environment. Our gratitude to the women of Amadiba, the Imbo team, and Daughters for Earth for this inspiring journey together.